This is Walter Fields for nsnewstv.com. We're coming from the beautiful campus of historically black Johnson C. Smith University here in the city of Charlotte for election 2008. It's an incredible night tonight on this campus. Students are excited about the prospects of electing the first black president of the United States. And I have standing with me two distinguished alumni of this university. We'll start with our lovely lady. We have Dr. Maxine Moore, the Department of English here at Johnson C. Smith, and an alumnus, class of 1965. And we have Mr. John T. Crawford, class of 1960. Now, you know, when I say 1960 and 1965, I think if you spoke to most students here at Johnson C. Smith, their eyes would sort of roll back because they don't believe anybody was alive in 1960-65. So give me your impressions about this election and what it means to you as a Johnson C. Smith alumnus.
Well, how can we be anything other than excited? How could we look at this and not feel as if we were here during an historic moment? I mean, I don't know what to say because there are really no words. No words. Johnson C. Smith University has been involved in civil rights for long, and I've been here 43 years, so that's a bit of a long time. I guess you're supposed to say no, Dr. Moore, okay? But as I was looking back at some of my things I have at home, I just happened to have.
Oh, she just happened to have this.
I took it out of my pocket. I happen to have the group sitting at the lunch counter in 1960. And in fact, these were several of my, I came in 61, so I didn't miss it. But this was a first. Johnson C. Smith University was the second group to come then and sit in. A&T, as you know, was the first actually. But we were the largest group. And we took our buses, down to Woolworths, sat down there, and of course the rest is history. And this election is history, and it really gives us a sense of where we're going, and we know where we've been. And I am so proud of all of us in bringing this about. And as you know, it's going to be rough. It's got to be rough, but we'll make it. We'll make it with the spirit that has been brought forth by this historic moment. So I'm excited.
Now, Mr. Crawford, 1960, there's a lot going on in the country in 1960. We elected John F. Kennedy president in 1960, but that wasn't too many years after the Montgomery bus boycott. So you were here during some very critical years in the civil rights movement.
Those were my classmates. Those were your classmates. In the picture, yes.
So when you think about tonight and when you think about your classmates at that counter, what's on your mind tonight as the nation votes and it appears as though we may be on the verge of an event that many of us never thought that we'd see in our lifetime?
Well, I think the thing that resonates most with me was Dr. Martin Luther King. He told us these times would come, and I'm right here to see it happen. I'm just so proud to have been a part of that sit-in and the marches and all of that in 1960 and 1963 during those times. And I'm excited about seeing young people get excited and just buying into the philosophy that I hope our president will have. I'm very hopeful that he is, in the next 2 hours, we're going to know that he is our president. Not president of black folk, but president of the United States of America.
Now, I hear in both of your voices this Johnson C. Smith University pride. I'm getting a little jealous as a Morgan State grad. But tell me, what is the thing that you remember most about your experience here at Johnson C. Smith?
I remember having the opportunity to grow and also to prosper. I remember committed faculty. I remember friends who would come forth in any kind of difficulty, and it's all a family. And I think that's what actually got us through some tough times. And especially when we we beat Morgan, several times.
She had to rub that one in there that they beat Morgan State a couple of times. And Mr. Crawford, yourself.
Well, I was just, there were to me at the time, there were two men that you wanted to be. You wanted to either be a Morehouse man or a Smith man. That's how much we thought of our institution. I played basketball here, and in 1960, when I graduated, we won the regular season championship with 19-2. Curly Neal was my teammate. He was a freshman, and we had some great teams after I left. But I just wanted to win. And my mentor, Dr. Jack Brayboy, who the gymnasium is named after, guided me along. And the things that he taught me, I live by today, and I'm 70 years old. So, the black school experience is a wonderful thing as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just so happy to see the kids here at Johnson C. Smith doing so well, not only here at the university, but out in the world.
That is great. I'm here with two of Johnson C. Smith University's finest. We have Dr. Maxine Moore and Mr. Frank Crawford, both of them alumni of this great institution, and we want to thank you for joining us this evening.
May I add something?
Sure you can.
I am a third-generation graduate of the university. My grandson is graduating this year. He's actually the fifth, generation, and I have two granddaughters who will come back and be the sixth generation. So Smith is not going anywhere. They are.
Keeping it in family here at Johnson C. Smith University in Charlotte, North Carolina.